I have been doing this YouTube thing, I don't even know what this is, for like 3.5 years. Almost 4 years, actually. 3.5 years. It started in 2021, late in 2021. Um, the idea of the channel was really just to kind of talk about owning your own business and following the Pokemon card market. And there's a lot of great channels out there that go over Pokemon cards, that talk about hunting for cards and finding deals at yard sales and ripping packs. A lot of pack opening channels, which are great. I'm not that entertaining. I'm not, and I can't do that. I don't have these over-the-top reactions or anything like that when I pull a cool card. I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but I can't like overdo it and sound sincere. And I want to talk about something that's passionate. Like the Pokemon card market is very passionate for me as a business owner. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. It's never, ever been as difficult to sit down and record a video as right now. In 2021, it wasn't easy because you had all this stuff going on. You did have product that was selling for over MSRP. It was difficult to find product, but it's never been at this level. And there's a lot of frustrated people. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for different reasons and the same reasons as what you are probably frustrated watching. It's easy for me to communicate this to you, but I don't have to worry about hunting for cards. I can get cards because I have a storefront. I have distribution access. I can't get anywhere near the allocations that I want. And the reason that I want more allocations, or that I come across frustrated when I'm talking to you about allocations, is because it really just angers me when I see other storefronts take advantage of the customer base. And it angers me when Pokemon does what they need to do to try and solve the scalping issue. I'm fine taking less product if it means that more product is going to go to big box stores at MSRP. I am not fine taking less product when stores that have no business selling Pokemon cards are not only selling Pokemon cards all of a sudden, but selling them for over MSRP. So when I'm sitting here and I'm complaining about that stuff, it's a little bit, I don't know, I guess it could be a little bit off-putting because I already have access to cards. And it is frustrating to sit here and read comments about people who are so upset and so frustrated with the state of the market. And it's I get it. I really, really do. Like, it's not fun for me to read those comments. And honestly, it does bother me when I'm sitting there and I'm thinking of different ways to drop product to get stuff at MSRP. MSRP isn't even that great of a deal. Like selling booster boxes. We sold booster boxes of Journey Together at $159.99. At below MSRP, we've never been at that point before. Never have we looked at a booster box set of a new main series set release, and I'm fine. Like, I think MSRP is still a little bit expensive. We're looking at the margins. Like, I think like $140 is a good price for a booster box. But $160, we've never been there before with a main series set release. Yeah, we had issues with Shining Fates before Shining Fates came out, where products were selling for $85, $90 for an Elite Trainer box. That was a $50 Elite Trainer box. But we didn't see anything like what we saw with Prismatic Evolutions, where scalpers were running rampant, selling Elite Trainer boxes for $150. And people were buying them 3 times MSRP. You see that problem in Japan. You haven't seen that here. We haven't experienced that here. And then Prismatic Evolutions came, and all of a sudden we're experiencing it. It's everywhere. Everything. Distros overcharging. Marketing companies are creating different accounts to sell on Walmart's website. Like, it's everybody wants a piece of this cake, and it is so beyond frustrating for everybody. A lot of people. But we have never been at a point where Journey Together, the set that comes out this Friday, is selling for $250 for a booster box. Or $220. I don't even know what the market price is because we just sold it at $160. I don't even know what it is. But we've never been at that price point before release. When Evolving Skies came out, arguably the most popular release of all time when it comes to a main series set release, that set was selling for like $130. At that time, MSRP was $144. So we have never been at the point where before a set even releases, we are already way above MSRP for a main series set release. At least not that I can remember, because I've been doing this for a long. I never remember doing anything like this. And the last thing that I want is to come across as ungenuine, unsensitive, lacking empathy, opossum bud, put out a video the other day about creators being out of touch. And I've talked about this before. First of all, no shade to any creators out there, because it is difficult right now, because I've been doing this for only 3.5 years, and you fall into a routine. A new set comes out, Journey Together, and I think I'm helping. I honestly do think I'm helping. I'm giving away a master set, even though some of you think I'm not, which is fine. You don't have to believe me. Like the person who just posted, or who just got their master set for Prismatic Evolutions, made a video about it. Like, I literally like giving product away. I really enjoy doing it. I get product. I hit my margins. I appreciate people who are like, hey, Fanny, you should charge a little bit more, so that way you're taking... I am very complacent. I'm very happy. I live a very comfortable life. I don't like, when this ends, it ends. That's fine. I'll go back. I'll work full time. That's okay. I will take care of my family the way that I always did before this. I just want to enjoy this ride right now, and I want to help as many people as I possibly can. And if you don't believe that, that's fine. That's on you. But I always want to come across that way. But it's difficult when every single set release, I'm used to opening up 20 to 30 boxes. I talked about this in the last video, and I want to apologize for the last video, because I opened up, 72 packs of Journey Together looking for a Cling Clang reverse holo. And for the most part, I would say 99% of the comments are great. Like, honestly, and the 1% of the comments that are like, hey, Fanny, you stink. Like, they don't get to me. Like, it gets to me when people are like, I can't find any product. I can't find it. Like, that bothers me. When I'm putting out Journey Together and I'm helping hundreds of people get product, the hundreds of people who are like, oh, I missed the drop. Oh, it happened when I was working. Oh, it happened when I was sleeping. Like, those are the people I feel for, because I want to be able to feed as many possible people as I can. And I know how frustrating it can be when you don't get that. But I'm always used to doing this because I'm stuck in my ways. And I think about, like, what am I if I'm not, like, I think I'm helping, like creating pull rate data and going over what you can expect to pull from your booster box and what you should spend your collection dollars on, and knowing and understanding the market, so that way you don't FOMO and you don't overspend. Like, I want to be able to, every single set release for the last 10 years, even before I was doing YouTube, I have been pulling and opening cards to help out all my friends who play the game competitively, and just looking over a list of Journey Together. It's not as simple as just, hey, I want 2 Lily's Clefairy EXs. It's 4 of pretty much every single EX card, but then it's also a bunch of commons, uncommons, basically staples of every single trainer, or a playset of every single trainer, in case it does become competitive. And they can switch out cards, and they can make different decks using the same cards, but usually a competitive player is going to want to have 2 or 3 decks that are created, ready to go, and I like helping that, because the competitive side of things has always been so important to me, and that's where I kind of started. Like, that's where I kind of started with Pokemon. My friends all play very competitively, and being able to help them source the cards, get it all in one go, rather than trying to piece together different orders on TCGPlayer, hoping everything shows up before an event, it can be tough. Anyways, Opossum put out a video the other day about creators losing touch, and it wasn't directed at me. At least I don't think it was, and even if it was, it doesn't matter. Like, Opossum Bud, I love the dude, because he does speak his mind, and he looks at things from a very different perspective than I look at things. And he's never been mean. He's never been bullying. Like, he's never thrown, like, he'll throw shade, but it's rightfully justified based off of what he sees in the community. I'm never going to slight anybody for sharing their opinion. But what I do like to do is look at what he says and listen to what he says and absorb what he says. And then I can be like, okay, well, does this relate to me in some way? And if so, how can I make it better? Destined Rivals dropped yesterday on Pokemon's website. And I also got an in-stock list from my distributor, a restock list of what they're getting in from one of my distributors from the Pokemon company. There's nothing. There's just nothing. There's nothing coming. So even though I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to piece together different pieces so I can put them on the website, there's just not enough product. And it's going to continue being that way for a few months. So I'm thinking, okay, well, what can I do where I'm not losing sight and I'm not losing focus? And it's great to give away a master set, and people who are like, hey, Fanny gives away a master set to increase his subscriber count. That's very accurate. That is very, like, I'll be fully transparent. Like, I'm giving away a master set of Journey Together. So you should subscribe. You should subscribe for a chance to win that Journey Together master set. Like, that's what I do. I like to give away master sets. I love doing it. But yeah, in the same breath, stuff, I'm also trying to grow my channel. And the way that I bring people in by saying, hey, subscribe so you can have a chance at winning a Journey Together Master Set or a Journey Together Booster Box or something like that, that's great. But then it's my job to keep you here. It's my job to be entertaining, educational, informative, or something that makes you like me or stick around. And it's tough right now. It is tough right now because there's nothing great going on. Like, there's just not enough good going on right now. I got so upset last week. I had all the orders, 500 orders, or 600, I don't know, 586 pre-orders for Journey Together that I needed to pack. And also Heatwave Arena pre-orders that I needed to pack. We were supposed to get our Heatwave Arena pre-orders on Monday. My business partner was out of town, so we shipped all the product to me in order to package those pre-orders. The supplier who we got the Heatwave Arena cases from shipped them to my business partner. My business partner lives a state away, and that messed everything up. So I'm coming off of a weekend where I'm already frustrated because I wasn't able to help as many people. Like, this is the way my mind works. And if you believe it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. But I want to justify things. I want to be transparent. I want to explain. And like I said, I've said this so many times. This is a culture. This is a state of mind. This is a movement that we're trying to do. If you want to come along for the journey, I love the heck out of you. I appreciate you. If you don't, I still love the heck out of you. I appreciate you. And I understand that. Not everybody's going to be like me. Not everybody's going to have the same mindset as me. And that's okay. But I saw the Heatwave Arena was getting delivered a state away, and it just messed everything up. And I ended up having to drive like 7 hours round trip to go pick up all the Heatwave Arena. And on the way back, all I'm thinking about is these 7 hours that I just lost. Like, they're just gone. Those 7 hours, I meticulously plan out my day, and all of a sudden those 7 hours are gone. And I worried so much about how I was going to get those 7 hours back that by the time I got home, my daughter said, hey, Dad, can you help me with my math homework? And I went over and I looked at it, and my brain had just left. Like, I have never experienced a panic attack before, and to those of you who have, I genuinely, sincerely, like, I can't imagine what you've gone through or what you're going through, but this was my first experience with one. My brain just left. My mind took a vacation. It was done trying to figure everything out. It was overloaded. And then it was a wake-up call to me to be like, hey, Danny, hey, Fanny, you got to figure this out better. You can't stress yourself out so much. You can't overwork. I've been burning the candle at both ends. Like, I really have, trying to figure out ways to beat the bots, trying to figure out ways to make sure that I set limits and get product out there. I'm not asking for you to feel sorry for me. Don't do that. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm doing great. My life is great. Don't feel bad for me. But this is the way my mind works. And then all of a sudden it's going downstairs, recording YouTube videos, and what am I losing sight of in this video? It's tough. It is really, really tough to try and figure out, okay, well, what can I do better? And when he put out that video and I'm looking at it, I'm listening to it, and it's like, yeah, you know what? He's right. Like, maybe I should have done better. Maybe I shouldn't have opened up that case of Journey Together. I can figure out ways to get pull rate data. I can figure out ways to, like, usually we'll open up 20 booster boxes and we'll showcase the pulls of every single booster box. That way you can determine if it's worth it to open up your booster box. We'll associate the market pricing with every single. We'll figure out the average of a booster box as far as pull rate goes. So that way you can determine what the fund cost looks like and if it's worth it to really open up your booster box, or if you want to wait a little bit to buy singles, wait a little bit to buy the booster box, wait a little bit, like, it's a lot. But I think I can figure that stuff out. Yesterday, Destined Rivals, this is long-winded. Yesterday, Destined Rivals went on sale on the Pokemon Center website. A lot of people were able to get some. There were different polls that were up, and I think 40%, a lot of people, 40% said that they were able to get some, 60% said they were not. Very difficult for a lot of people who were working yesterday, very difficult for people who were working during the day. Pokemon did a great job of announcing, hey, we'll have more. There will be more coming. They've never done that before. They've never put out a statement right after a product sells out saying more is coming. I'm not going to open up any Destined Rivals. The people who I feed competitive cards to, I'll figure out another way. The pull rate data, I'll figure out another way. But I'm not going to open up any Destined Rivals. I have made that decision as I started thinking about it. It's not like Opossum Bud got to me, and I don't want that to come across. I love everything about Opossum Bud. I really, really do. And the comments that might have been negative towards me, I really don't care about those. Like, for the most part, there's a lot of people who are just absolutely amazing that are out there, like, defending me. You don't need to defend me. So thank you. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to continue to do what I do. but there is no reason why I can't help out more. And I'm not going to open up any Destined Rivals. I'll figure out a way to still do those 20 booster boxes. Maybe I'll send 20 booster boxes to 20 members of Discord who didn't get any at MSRP. And I'll just say, hey, I'll sell you one at MSRP or below MSRP, or I'll just give it away. I don't know. And I need you to send me a picture of the pulls. I need you to send me the pull rate data from your box that you're opening. And then I'll just compile it together so that way I can still get the proper list, or at least a picture of the pull, so that way I can properly do it. But that way, I don't want to lose sight of what's important to me. So 95% of you, I would say, are not frustrated in any way, shape, or form. And your comments are amazing. But it does, like the 5%, I agree. Like, I do agree that I need to do a better job of adapting to what's going on out there and being more empathetic. And I understand that I'm able to buy cards at cost, and I do collect, but I like to buy a lot of singles. I like to buy a lot of stuff for retro decks. I like to buy a lot of older cards, not necessarily vintage, but older cards that, were used in competitive play. I like to build old decks. That's kind of my thing. I like to build master sets and put those together. It's fun opening the new sets. It is fun. It's still fun. I've been doing it for years and years. It's still fun, but I also don't want to open up a bunch of product just because I can. When there's so many people who can't. So I do appreciate Opossum Bud calling it to light. And like I said, I don't think he was necessarily calling me out. I think he was just generalizing, hey, it's tough out there for everybody. And be empathetic about that. And Rob Burns, he's even said it before. Like, if you want to open up cards, but also be understanding that not everybody can do that. And I think I opened up a case of Journey Together, and I did express frustration. And I do express frustration like I do, but I don't need to do that. I don't need to open up Pokemon cards to have a channel. That's not what this channel is based off of. Like, I'll do openings, but I'll just continue to do pack rips. I don't know. Like, this is a very long-winded announcement for me to say that I'm not going to open up Destined Rivals. I have no idea what's in the set yet. Obviously, all we've seen is a couple leaks. I am excited for the set. I think it's going to slap, but I'm sure people will sell their collections. I'm sure people will sell singles. We're a storefront. We buy list stuff. We buy cards. So we'll find cards somehow, and I'll be able to experience the set that way. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to open up I want to take a stand. And if Pokemon isn't going to print enough Destined Rivals for everybody to be able to get some at MSRP, then I don't want to open it either. So that being said, let's start our Journey Together content for today. This is going to be really quick because this is already a very long-winded. I was looking at I was looking at prices for Journey Together, single prices. And a lot of people are freaking out about Journey Together, and rightfully so. It's not great right now. And if you go to TCGPlayer and you look at singles for Journey Together, there's nothing yet that's concrete because it hasn't released yet. And I think that's really important for everybody to understand. The set has not released yet. So this $275 normal booster box and $250, it's cheaper to buy an enhanced booster box, okay? These booster box prices, I think they'll come down a little bit once more storefronts can list stuff on TCGPlayer. A lot of stores can't list stuff on TCGPlayer until release day. So I do expect this to come down a little bit. But you look at some of these pre-order pricings for singles, $336 for Lily, $178 for Hop, Salamence EX $245, that's crazy. This is the box topper right here, that's at $50. Even like the full art Iono, like the illustration or Articuno, Whale Lord at $50. This is a very, very expensive card. This is the hyper rare for Iono's Belly Bolt. This is the special illustration rare at $190. This is the ultra rare for Lily's Clefairy. So this is a perfect example because this is just a full art. This is not the special illustration rare. This is not the regular art, but $110 for a full art is insane. These are going to drop. I can't guarantee they're going to drop right away. But do not FOMO about this set. We'll talk about the price drops. We'll talk about where things are, and it might take some time. Pokemon does have to do a lot of reprinting, a lot of product putting out there, but we have been here before. And I'm not saying you can compare Shining Fates in any way, shape, or form to Prismatic Evolutions or to Journey Together, because Shining Fates, in my opinion, There was a lot of hype surrounding Shining Fates, but it was not that great of a set. And I think once people started opening it, they started realizing it. This is not that great of a set. But it was still at a point where there was no Pokemon cards available. So people were paying $85, $90, $100 for a Shining Fates Elite Trainer box just to be able to pull something. Look at this Charizard VMAX. So this is the Rainbow Rare of Charizard VMAX, which was in... or the full art shiny of Charizard VMAX, which was in Shining Fates. It started out on release at $564. That was February. By June, after Pokemon had reprinted Shining Fates to the ground, it had fallen fell to $177. So if we're looking at Lily's Clefairy being like $350, I'm not saying Lily's Clefairy is going to drop 68%, or if you look at now, 78%, as the Charizard has fallen to $122. Now, it was actually like $85 a few months ago before this giant boom happened, but it will drop. It will drop to a better level. Suicune was a $55 card upon release. It dropped 36% within its first few months, and then now overall it's dropped 85%. In fact, if you look at Shining Fates in general, and again, we're not comparing apples to apples here. We're comparing apples to oranges. Very different. Journey Together, much more exciting set with artwork. Artwork has changed a lot. You can't compare the two, so don't get me wrong. It's not going to be like this. But if Pokemon is going to print more, which we are already told at Gamma, distribution was told that there is going to be more print runs of Journey Together. More singles will hit the market. The single prices will go down. Illustration rares will fall down. A lot of full arts will fall down. I can't guarantee they're going to drop to $1, $2, $3, or anything like that. But it would not surprise me if that Lily's Clefairy full art fell to $15 over the course of the next several months. Like going from a $100 card to $15, like that would not surprise me in any way, shape, or form. And if you look at all these other ones, the only cards really outside, I mean, everything is single digits in Shining Fates. Again, you can't compare the two. But you look at some of these cards, like this Eternatus V right here, that black and gold card, a lot of hype behind that. Started out at $33, dropped 64% within the first couple months, and now it's fallen 91%. Here we are a few years later. It's a $3 card. Very, very inexpensive. The Sandaconda Baby Shiny was a $13 card upon release. Fell down to $4. Now it's $1. A 92% drop on that one. And for the most part, everything is dropping 70, 80, 90%, pretty much from where it was out of the gates. And this is the only real comparison we have as far as hype goes. Battle Styles also saw some really, really big drops, but the Battle Styles booster box was never like what we're experiencing now with Journey Together. It's really going to depend on how much Journey Together gets opened to see how much this drops, because right now with Journey Together being as popular as it is and those booster box being as valuable as they are before the set even releases, it's very difficult for anybody to be opening up their booster box hoping to pull any sort of value. Yeah, competitive players still need cards. Yeah, collectors want to get singles, but right now it's just very difficult with those price points the way they are. But I am confident, very confident, that Pokemon is going to print more, it's going to get better, and we're going to see a lot more product out there and a lot more singles, which is going to bring this pricing down considerably. So if you're somebody who's like, I'm just going to buy singles, I'm not going to worry about sealed, I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I still think it's going to be wise to wait a little bit and then pull the trigger once you see, okay, this is the price point I'm comfortable paying for this card. Set a budget, set a limit, don't overdo it, don't overspend, because that's the last thing you want. There's already enough frustrating things going on right now, but in my mind, as frustrated as everybody is, it all breaks down to there's just not enough product out there. The demand is too high. If Pokemon had enough product, there wouldn't be scalper issues. We wouldn't have problems finding cards. It wouldn't be super out of the gate. But Pokemon needs to find that balance where, okay, we're not screwing over all the storefronts. We're not screwing over all the collectors. We're not screwing over all the investors. We're not screwing over all the competitive players. That's the balance that I think they're trying to find right now. And we just got to kind of be patient. And I hate saying that because people are like, well, that's easy for you to say. Stop losing touch because you get cards from wholesale. we just got to be patient until there's more coming, and I'll keep you posted. The restocks that are coming, not even booster boxes. It's Obsidian Flames, booster bundles, Paradox Rift, Build and Battle Stadiums. Like, it's just small collection boxes and things like that. Once we get a good idea and a good wind of massive amounts of reprints, like, I'll be able to share that and give you guys better understanding of what's coming. But be careful right now. That's all I really want to say. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Subscribe to win a Journey Together master set, but I hope I can convince you to stick around with what I'm trying to deliver, what I'm trying to do here. If you don't want to subscribe, like, don't. Like, I totally get it. I'm not going to be for everybody, but I do love you guys. I think you're amazing. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. We're streaming 500 packs of Journey Together, but we sold them all at $3.99. We'll just keep trying to feed more and more product out there, and then we'll have a video on Thursday, hopefully going over the master set of Journey Together. I'll talk to you guys soon. Until next time, peace!